Good morning, and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we're going to continue to work on our Christmas in July series. This is drying still. I literally just got done. I was looking for fireplace image in one of these Christmas books. No luck, by the way, so I'm gonna have to maybe just make some out of cardstock. I don't know. But I found these super cute Santas in one of the books, so I'm going to back them on like coffee dyed paper or something. I'll use my matte gel because these are shiny. And then I will back them and allow them to dry. And then I'm going to actually fussy cut them because I just think they would be so cute in pockets. While I was looking for the fire, I found this stocking in this book. So I'm just going to take a little bit of tracing paper and I'm going to trace both shapes. I'm going to do one twice and one once because I think that having different lengths will be kind of cute, and then I can kind of edit it as I'm doing it. But I'm actually going to make them out of fabric. So I know I thought I would do them out of paper, but I thought some little fabric ones might be cute, but I might be overachieving actually. So I want to, so the 2-inch one, I didn't even read the instructions. We're just going to go with it. I'm just going to kind of make my own shape here. Oh, no. I don't want it that wide. I don't know. We're winging it because then when I actually stitch this, it'll be fine. And then I want to make this one the wider one for sure. Like that. So I think on this page, those will hang nicely. Let's see. That is actually too big. Okay. Rethink, Jody. Rethink. And this is just tracing paper. I don't know if I said that. Oh, now that would be cute. I am wanting to get the general shape of how these are hanging off of the chimney. That's not a chimney, that's a fireplace. So then what I can do is come back over here to our stocking image and know that that's kind of gathered as it's hanging. So that's actually going to be the height there. I'm going to draw right into that one. That's all right. We'll make this one a little bit shorter. And then this is kind of like the opening here. So I'm just kind of roughly sketching out what I think they'll look like. And then when I sit with a piece of fabric, and let's just say, well, one of these has really cute like toys on them. That is just, this one's big enough. So then what will happen is we will just cut out our sock. I'm overthinking this. I'm making this way more difficult than it needs to be. So I'm going to stop that right now. I'm only going to do like one of these with you. I'm going to have to trace that again. I have an idea. Woo, it just came to me. I'm going to just do one of these together. I'm going to try to talk my way through it before I cut that fabric. I don't think I have enough of it for it to be two-sided. I know what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to pin this to the wrong side of this red fabric, but I'm doubling up this red fabric. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, yep, and yep. Okay, I have an idea. We'll see if it's gonna work. What I'm going to do is stitch this with the pattern attached to it, I think. And then I'll cut around it. Then we'll turn the top in. I think that's what we're gonna do. So I will just cut a couple more of these and actually stick them in my purse because we have to go to Erie. And I can stitch them easily in the car. So I'll just take needle and thread and I'm just gonna follow this pattern around, turn the top in, stitch around the top, and I think this will be lightweight enough that we'll be able to hang these on our fireplace. If not, then what we will do is put them somewhere else in the journal. And I actually really like the shape of that. I wanted some different shapes, but I'm not sure. And then what will happen then is when we open this, we'll be able to see those on the inside as well. Is that going to be too bulky on there? I don't think so. And I think it'll be a cute tactile thing. Stop second guessing. Oh my gosh, I hope that was dry. Okay, yep. Okay guys, it's the next morning and I have here 3 hand-stitched little stockings. Are they perfect? No. Am I using them? Yes. So I told you guys we had to go to Erie yesterday, so I stitched these while we were waiting on my father-in-law to get out of his appointment. So I think what we're going to do is I have these little Christmas colored brads here that are super adorable. And I think we're going to attach these to the page with some Christmas brads. And I thought about just gluing them and I thought, oh my gosh, it'd be so cute if I had like the little Tim Holtz candy cane things. I don't, but anyway, if I can get these open without doing them everywhere. This package is like not wanting to give it up. 2 greens and a red. Well, look at that. Perfect. Okay. So what I think we're going to do is, oh, I'm so scared. But we're going to do it. We're going to have faith and we're going to go for it. I want to just put a hole, I don't know, like right here. Oh, I'm scared. Ooh, oh no, it's okay. We're just gonna have to repair the page on the back side. I want green. So I hope everybody's doing well. I think I said that yesterday. I don't know if I did because I filmed the opening to this video like right after I finished filming the tree side because as I was looking for an image for the fireplace, I found the stocking pattern, which I think I said yesterday, excuse me, yesterday already. Okay, I need to put a little piece of tape on that, then poke through the tape and then tape over the brad, split pin, whatever you guys want to call them. I think it just depends on where you live, on what you call these things. Okay. So that's got a small repair. Now let's see if I can manage to not kill this time. No, I can't. Wait, oh, duh. I have a piece of foam. I am in like gotta do and get done mode today. I've printed out the kit that I need to use for my August project. And so I'll be able to like cut that out of an evening. But I told Mark, I said, I've got to get this done. And so like he went to the barn. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? I'm not going to edit this out because this is like real life here. You know what? I'm going to leave that and let that one dry for a second. I am just going to gently poke holes in these two without the stocking. Then we'll poke the hole through the stocking. Hopefully this will go. This isn't a very sharp pokey tool, Tim. Just saying. So anyway, Mark's at the barn. He's like, are you filming today? And I said, yes. So then he was trying to say something about food and thought he was being funny. And I was like, not funny. And then he goes, there's lots of leftovers. You don't have to worry about it today. And I said, good thing you said that because I wasn't going to worry about it anyway. So this is Friday, July, I don't know. Is it the 25th? Yeah. So we've got stuff we have to do to get done here, people. Oh, you know what? I'm premature putting my stocking on. So with the stockings on here, I am not going to worry about the fire because the way these are going to hang, you're not really going to see that fire is missing. And so that simplifies things a little bit for me. I know I'm not done with this. I have to still poke these, but I remembered that I wanted to see if I have a gold frame. I don't think I do. My friend had cut me some really pretty frames. Yeah, they're too big. Darn it. Because I wanted to kind of like accentuate that frame. So that's not going to work. So then the next step is, that is kind of a yellowy color. So what if we do like a fossilized amber around the frame and pop that? We're going to red stickles these berries, which I will do last. Then we have like this brass heat shield, or it's like an ash shield. So your ashes and stuff don't fall out of your fireplace. We are missing this little piece here, but I think if I hang this stocking like I don't want to hang it lower because then it's not going to look right. It'll be okay. It's going to be okay. I am not going to fuss over that for sure. But anyway, we just need to bring this to life a little bit. And like these actually would be gold on the top of these pictures. That's how they would be, like, for real. So that's not just like a lighting thing. Brass was very heavy back in this time. And so like this would most likely have been brass. And then my grandmother had a fireplace poker set and it was like on a brass stand and everything. So I'm going to bring this page to life a little bit and then fuss with my brads and get those poked in. Then I will stickles the berries, and I may actually stickles the greenery too, just to bring that, give it a little bit of something. I'll have to see what colors I have. I don't know that I have good colors for this. And I'm trying really hard not to fuss with how torn this page is, because that is part of the charm of this book, is it was very well loved. And here we are 80 years later, you know, giving it a new life. So I think that what we do with the pages is fine, and we're just going to go from there. So I'll use my Jelly Roll pen here, Jelly Roll Metallic Gold. And I'm going to just highlight the tops of the pictures, and I will figure out what we're going to do. Okay. It is such a cute page. We have a little bit of stickles on the garland that's on the fireplace. We have the fossilized amber on the frame just to kind of bring that to life. And then I used vintage photo embossing glaze on this. And then I took some bronze wax that my mad scientist friend made me, put it on there, and then melted that in. So it has a little bit of shimmer to it. And then the little stockings, Don stitched his name, and Sue went off the rails and stitched hers a little crazy. And then Ed did a really nice job on his, but he's the oldest, see? So just teasing. I don't know, but I think it's so cute. And then this page still opens, but I'm contemplating if I want to close this page up because there's so much that I had to Band-Aid on the inside of this. I'm going to leave that as an option for later, but oh my gosh, this little page is adorable in my opinion. Okay, love it. And my wonky stitching is so stinking cute. It just makes me happy. So my phone a friend was like, stitch some names on those stockings, and I was like, I've already sewn the stockings together. And she was like, it's okay, do it anyway. And I'm like, okay. So I did, and I'm so glad I did it. Like, I'm glad I took the chance and did it. But anyway, so that is one of the original book pages now that is completed, unless I do decide to seal that up. I'm just not sure yet. So I have to see like what else we're working on, and we still have so much embellishment to do on this. But you guys know I was like, I have been so worried about those 4-inch rings. But as it sits right now, it's 1 3/4, and we are far from done. So, sorry, I am like winded right now. I just went downstairs and the air is so heavy today. Like, ugh. I added this tab on here yesterday as our pull it open piece, and I just think it works really well. And that actually, well, it is a little tuck, so I left that as a tuck. And then we've got this in here. I think I want to put something on the top of this as like a tab or something, even if I just do a little bit of trim on the top of that. I do have my ideas book out because I put that pocket we made the other day in there. And I saw this and I was like, ooh, I haven't done that in a long time. So that might be something that we do in this journal. But also as I'm getting stuck, I have this accessible so I can look through here and get some help. Because I am like drawing blanks right now on this project. I don't understand why, but I am. What about just like a piece of green on the top of that? If I just fold that over and stitch it on the top, that might be kind of pretty, huh? I need to find the rest of that curtain. It's a curtain or a tablecloth. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Mark was like in and out and in and out. And so I poked my head outside and I'm like, ugh. I feel like Lucy today. Ugh. Because it's just gross out. We need rain, but I don't know if it's actually going to rain. It's just so humid. Oh, I gotta go do that. I forgot. Okay, so I think I am gonna stitch that on there. I think. Okay, this is Monday, the 28th, and I don't remember if it was Friday, I think. Yeah, Friday's the last time I tried to film. Doesn't mean I have not been working. I worked on this a lot this weekend. I just wasn't filming. I've made a lot of progress. So I'm going to be really excited to finish this and share the finished project with you. There's still a couple of the actual 1944 book pages that need a little bit of attention. It was so cute. Yesterday I was flipping through this and showing Mark because he hadn't seen this at all. And he goes, wow, your creativity and the way you make journals has changed so much over the years. And he goes, I really like what you're doing. Isn't that so sweet? Like, I love it. It really warmed my heart, made me so happy. I spent a ridiculous amount of time yesterday trying to die cut with the die cuts, or the dies that my friend lent me, because I'm going to see her next week and I want to make sure I'm done with them and can return them. I was having a struggle with the glitter paper cutting, and I don't know if it's because the plates on that big, I don't know, the extra big one, not my big kick, but the bigger one that I got last summer at a yard sale. The plates are warped, and so I know there are hacks for how to unwarp them. I need to look them up, or if one of you know and can save me the time of looking that up, I would really appreciate it, because I about threw it out the window yesterday. So I decided I would put the dies upside down and cut it from the back side, which worked well with some of the things, except my flowers are embossed on the wrong side and my words are backwards. So I really had, it was interesting because I have like this, which I think it's American Crafts or something. I don't know. Yeah, this is American Crafts cardstock. Glitter stock. I got this recently at a yard sale. I got like a whole bag of glitter card for like $2. And I mean the stack's like this. This got a really interesting texture to it, and the die machine just doesn't like it. I mean, you can see, and I'm telling you, I ran it through like 4 times. It didn't want to cut this, so I don't understand. And let's be real, I struggle with die cutting anyway. I usually do pretty well, but man, I was mad. Now this paper did really well, and I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is, but this one did really well, but it feels like paper. This almost feels like plastic. So I'm not sure what the deal was, but I got really frustrated yesterday. But see, this one I put through backwards and it did really well. And it's so funny. This is a border die and I couldn't figure out for the life of me like why this wasn't cutting out all the way. And then I actually looked at the package and I was like, oh, it's a border die. So pretty. So I have to still get these out. But I had some things I had to do real life yesterday. We had to go over it and mow at the barn. And so I had to go help Mark do that. But by doing the dies from the back side, I did get better success on this American Crafts paper. So I don't know. I don't know. And I don't work with glitter a lot. That's not true. We all know I glitter everything up. But I don't work with glitter paper a lot. So I'm not really sure like where my issues lie. But I'm going to get mad at that. And I can tell you right now, you guys remember about a month ago and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so like, well, I'm feeling that again. Started yesterday. And so Mark was like, uh-oh. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's driving me crazy. Okay, I have this bottom of a brown bag. I don't know why I have just a piece of a brown bag. Something came in it. I don't know. I cut about 1 inch of it off. That's it. So I'm going to put this on this page, and it's going to be like one of those, you open it up and you can hide your treasures. Oh. You open it up and you can hide your treasures in here. It's going to get it out of my thing. It's going to be a great way to add a hiding spot in the journal. So like it can be embellished. I cut this piece to go on the inside to cover the bottom. And then I thought maybe I would print a couple more of the mice printables just to decorate this a little bit. I don't really have much left, but that's going to stabilize that inside. And now these panels, these inside panels, I'm not going to cover because I don't want it to impede the fold. Now, I've never done this before, so we'll see if I can get it right. That's why I'm not gluing it to the page yet. I want to make sure it's going to work. But the full panel on the inside, this will have a full panel because then that will stabilize and then this will pop open. And so I'm debating if I'll even cover like this part. And then if I do cover this, I have to do it in strips so this fold doesn't get impeded. That's the word. So that's what I'm working on right now. So this one, I'm just going to take a little bit of tacky glue if I can get any out of this. I'm trying to use up the rest of this bottle. And I don't have a lot of time today, but I haven't posted a video for you guys in so long. And I've been working a lot in here and I just didn't film. I mean, I don't know. I've been kind of in a weird headspace and I needed a break from filming and just really wanted to work on this and trying to get it finished, to be honest. I have my trip next week. August is knocking on the door. I have a collaboration I'm doing in August, so I have got to get Christmas done. So they put out the, you know how Terry does the things that we share for the collaboration with the information, almost like an advertisement sheet. Well, Sunflowers Indoors put it out in their group now. So it's a Sunflowers Indoors collaboration, and it's like out with a bang. It's an end of summer collaboration, and I pretty much know what I'm going to make. It's just bringing it to life and doing it. You know what? I think I'm going to use... Oh, I have not used this, and I love this piece. So I'm going to just mark on here about where I want it, and we're going to cut that. But anyway, I already have the kit printed, and I'm really excited about it because what I am making in a perfect world will actually be one of my 12 days of Christmas gifts. And part of what I was going to do with this series also would be a 12 days of Christmas gift. So I really need to get the majority of these pages finished, so that way I can do that and feel comfortable doing so. Yeah, I like that. That's going to fit on there nicely. Now, it is a brown paper bag, so it's not exactly even or whatever. It does look like that's kind of wonky right there. Let's see if we can just take this little, yeah. And I feel like that's going to look better. So we're going to glue this down, and then I will see, maybe I'll just use strips of the cardstock. I have glue on my thumb. I gotta be mindful of what I'm touching. But anyway, so that's kind of, I am still going to catch up on Full Deck Challenge. I know we have another letter in the alphabet challenge that's going to be due, and I do need to check my calendar because I think that, what are we on? P is going to fall when I'm on my trip, so I do need to be mindful. Actually, I think that's the day I leave. I need to be mindful of that, so I make sure that I have P ready to go for you guys. And then, like Mark and I were discussing this weekend, that it is getting ready to be a really crazy time for us. So if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that it starts getting a little hectic around here in October with us trying to get ready to leave for our winter travels. And because we have a different RV now, I have to figure out how to move into the new RV. And no, I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it because, if I'm being perfectly honest, I'm having really big emotions about traveling again. The accident really, really messed with me. And so when I was going through therapy, and she was like, well, start some traveling and see how you feel about it. Like, don't make any decisions right now. So we'll see what happens. I did tell Mark the other day, I had an inkling of excitement, so that was encouraging. I think it helps that we are going to go see our grandkids in Arizona, and then we are going back to Key West to see our friends. So hopefully that will be helpful with the, you know what, I don't think I can do the inside because of the angle. Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can do it. You can do it. All right. I'm just going to use this paper because it's cohesive. But anyway, so those are just some emotional things that I'm dealing with. But like I was telling him, I said, oh my gosh, I don't even know. Like I was asking in one of the groups that we're in for the RV about like the induction cooktop. I've never used one. I don't know anything about them. I think about a 2 1/4 strip is going to be good on that. So I don't know anything about them in any pans. And so it was so funny. And one of my friends, she was like, she texted me, she'd answered my post, and she goes, I didn't even realize that was you. And I said, I wondered because of what you said. It was really funny. But anyway, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Like, I had all my creative stuff kind of figured out in the other RV because I knew like where it needed to go to fit. And I don't have that figured out at all. In this one, the space is just completely different. And so we'll see. Like, it still has the spot. It's in a different spot, but it still has the same kind of like space for the printer and my computer and those sorts of things. But it doesn't like have, I don't know that that was the best thing I could have done. I need to trim that. Oh, if you guys saw my desk right now, you would have anxiety. Anyway, so I just have to figure out some storage solutions, and I don't know that like my rigid totes that I have are going to work in this RV, which is really interesting because part of the reason that Mark bought them for me was so that I could take my stuff in the RV and have it like contained. So all things I have to figure out. So I'm going to have to come up with some solutions for sure with my stuff. And I don't, well, excuse you. Oh my gosh, we were looking at a car down at the dealership this weekend. It was so hot. And we told the salesman like where we live and like the racetrack that is our road from their people test driving. And he goes, yeah. And I said, well, you can just know that the people that actually live in this community don't really like that. But that's what that was. Somebody playing with the car. Okay, what did I say that was? 8? So I think I'm going to do this one like 7 7/8. So I'm just going to finish getting this covered. I am going to glue this one just on this flap here. And then when we open that, those sides will be stabilized, and I think it'll still fold down nicely. And then we're going to need to put like a whale tab or something on here as an indicator that that needs opened, I think. Yeah. Oops. Okay, with the help of my phone of friends, because I've never done this before, we have our little pop-up bag that's going to be a wonderful hiding place for goodies. I'm going to get this glued down on all 3 sides and weight it down, and then I have to go do some life things. Hopefully there's enough glue left in this bottle. I'm trying to finish this bottle, get it off the table here. I contemplated leaving this open as a tuck spot, but I was worried about stability, and then my friend actually mirrored my concern with stability. She says she always glues glues the entire back of this down. So that's what we're going to do. And then we have this really wonderful spot to hide some wonderful bits in. So I'm going to let this dry for a while. I have to go swap laundry around. Trying to real life today. Now it's going to be interesting trying to smush that because I have that big pocket on the back of it, but it's okay. We will manage. So I'm going to get that glued down. Pressed down. Let it set up for a little bit, and then see where else I'm going to go with this. So this will be the end of this video. A couple of things I should have shown you before I glued this down, but like there's a full panel on the front cover, and then on the back side of this a full cover as well. It wasn't when I started, now it is. So this whole top piece is stabilized. Then when this opens, it's not covered on the brown side. You'll see. So if you want to make one of these, just hang tight till the next video. And once this is totally dry and I can safely open it, I'll show you what I mean. In the meantime, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I am really looking forward to finishing this project, and I will see you in the next video. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.